Almost 20 years into our new democracy, South African women have been given the opportunity to thrive in the workplace, but at what cost? Issues of sexual harassment, salary inequality in comparison to men, and PhD, otherwise known as pull her down syndrome, are part of the challenges that constantly bring women's rights in the workplace into question. Nonhle Tema and Sade Giliberti are two proud South African women who are no strangers to controversy surrounding their success. In this episode, Sade and Nonhle discuss how to balance career and family via the insights of Lerato Chabalala, arguably one of South Africa's most successful women in print media.
I'm Lerato Chabalala. I edit True Love magazine. I went into the industry 19 and very happy to work, and promptly got fired because it wasn't the right fit between me and that magazine, and I was jobless for a year. And I learned some valuable things about listening to other people, about insecurities, about knowing yourself. And over that year of just complete sadness and all of that, I also got to grow a lot as a person. It's often said that success is the journey, not necessarily a destination. And it's something I believe in, because success is a very relative concept. We always think, oh man, I know what I've made when I have a penthouse, when I have a Bentley, or whatever the case may be. But I think what we've realized is that you can get those things and still not be happy. My feeling is that success is about being happy. I'm happy with what I've got right now, because I believe go with where life takes you. Success to me is waking up every day and doing the best you can.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Lerato spoke to me there. Everything she said about success is exactly what I have come to understand. And it took me to get to 30 to understand that success is happiness and being at peace internally.
Yeah.
And understanding the world that you're living in.
No, exactly.
You know?
And I think that's what most women or most people in this world do have a problem with. You know, They do feel that success is about having all the money, having the big car, having.
But that's what we taught from growing up. Our parents take us to schools to educate us to get successful in the monetary term.
Yeah.
In terms of getting financial stability, which is okay.
Yes.
But I think in the journey of chasing that, you lose the other part that no one tells you about.
Yeah.
The part of actually being a woman inside and being happy inside and being happy with yourself.
That's so true. And I think a lot of people aren't happy with themselves in that, which is a very important thing for women especially, you know.
Yeah.
We're all shaped differently, we all come from different backgrounds, we're all brought up differently. But it doesn't make us different. We're still women at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And I personally feel that I don't chase money. You know, for me, it's not about the money. For me, it's not about living in big houses. It's not about any of those things. It's exactly what Lerato said. Success is happiness.
Yeah.
You know, when you are happy with what you are doing, you are finally successful.
And I think success is also finding yourself.
Yes.
Because let me tell you a journey about me. When I was younger, I grew up with my mother, a beauty queen in the house. So I used to look at her and I thought that was the epitome of success and life. A beautiful woman, successful, poised, winning pageants. And I thought that my mother's success was actually meant for me as well. So then I started mimicking my mom.
Yeah.
I entered pageants from teen. My biggest pageant was at 18, Miss LMB. I happened to win it. And I thought I had arrived. I won. I'm like living to my mom's pedestal. You know, this is it.
Yeah.
And then I started entering other pageants because of greed. I wanted to now just prove a point. Like, yeah, I got this like my mama does.
Yeah.
And then I started losing. I was not winning. And I didn't even know who I was as a person. Until 21, I entered this pageant just for the car. I didn't win that car. I came second in that pageant. And that's when I went into, I had a breakdown. I cried at home for a month because I thought, oh my gosh, I was supposed to win. And then I actually realized, my mom said, you've been doing pageants. Find out who Nontle is. Find yourself. Maybe this is not your journey.
Yeah. Just because it was mine doesn't mean it's yours.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I prayed. I actually went and I said, that was the first time I actually went back to God properly at 21. I went on my knees in this place I was living. And I said, God, help me. Where do I fit in? Because I thought success is what my mother and my father is.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not succeeding in these things, what's my success story? And I was only 21 and I was already wrecking my brain with trying to be successful.
It's exactly what you said. The rest of the world is literally putting it out there that this is what success is. So you yourself don't get to figure it out and try it out and all of that kind of stuff. You know, we see our famous actor or presenter on TV and we're like, I want to be just like that person.
Right.
But are you yourself an actor?
Yeah.
Are you yourself,
Yeah.
is that your passion?
Yeah.
And I think people are so afraid to follow passion because they want success.
I would love to say that sexism does not exist, that we are now equal, because we do have one of the most evolved constitutions in the world. I think women will do our best, obviously, to make our presence felt. I was working for one of the titles that I mentioned earlier, I won't say which one, and they wanted to promote me. So my boss walked me in, called me into his office, and he said, listen, you know, you've been acting in this position. I want you to do this job. I was like, oh, wow, thanks. I'm so grateful. And he said to me, but please don't go falling pregnant. I know that's what you do when you're happy, you women, you fall pregnant. Obviously, I was like, what? Did he just say that? And you're not allowed to say that. You could take your employees to the CCMA, but what he was saying was that I'm going to give you this job, don't mess it up by being pregnant. And what if I was married and wanted to have children, would I not have had them? I didn't, but that had nothing to do with him. But I just thought, imagine if you're somebody who wants to have children now, you can't because you've been told you shouldn't. How did I feel about that? I felt a sadness that women still can't be themselves, that there's a weakness in taking maternity leave. I hope it'll change. I do.
That upset me a little bit.
Once again, Lerato spoke to my heart.
And you're a mom. You're
I'm
now
a new
mother.
mom. I'm
You're
a
new
mother
mom.
now, and I understand everything she just spoke about, because through the career journey, you know, when you're young, yes, I got into Channel O after I prayed, after the pageants didn't work out, and I realized my passion was to communicate and to use TV as a medium to engage people and to make people smile, because that was what I actually really liked about television. And I remember also, as I was getting in there, you know, you are given the mandate to be single first. It starts there. The management tells you must be single because of your job. And fine, I went with that for years, you know. I was okay with that. But that's what was killing me inside, because I wasn't finding love. Because I was also projecting to the universe. You know, what you say to the universe is what you get.
Oh, yes.
So I was always in interviews, no, I'm single, and I didn't want a partner for a while, because I wanted to take care of my career and I wanted to come out sexy and to be desirable,
Yes.
and for my male fans to like me.
Exactly,
Because
and want you.
they don't like you when you have a partner.
Yeah.
So can you imagine now, when I started doing more work, and then I got big endorsements, and then bigger mandates were given to me, no babies, Nontle, nothing like that. And then I was getting older. And then also I was like, okay, I'm cool. I want to take this opportunity because kids can always come. But all those things that you are postponing is actually blocking your success.
Yeah.
Because I finally found success actually when I became a mother. It's weird, I know. Most people will say, Nontle, how could you mess up an opportunity? You were sexy, you had a great body, you were desirable, now you're a mom. Yes, why can't I still be all those wonderful things and be a great mother and be a success in what I do?
Exactly. You see, that to me also doesn't make any sense, you know? Like, being a mother as a woman makes you much more successful. You're now bringing a new life into this world. You are now going to take on a completely different position in this world. You're going to look after somebody else. That is 10 times the happiness that you will get from any job.
From any job,
So
in any world.
I personally do not
Part.
believe that any man or any woman or anybody should stop anyone from wanting to get married, from wanting to have children, from wanting to be a part of what is natural in this world, what we are meant to do, you know? Like, I mean, you know, I'm not going to sit back and say all the young girls must now go get pregnant and whatever.
No, not at all.
But just...
You must obviously pace yourself.
Exactly. You know, at the end of the day, what I also think is that women who are now ready to have children and are, you know, high up there in their careers and are CEOs or MDs or, you know, huge editors or whatever it is, television presenters.
Yes.
Once you've had the child or your child, deep down inside, you want to work harder.
Yes.
And you want to do more
Yes.
for this child because you want to put the child through school, you want them to have a good life. I'm not saying you want to spoil them, but you want to
Yes.
give them everything.
Yeah.
So you're going to work harder.
After the break,
We as women reinforce these stereotypes about us because we as women, sometimes we are our biggest enemies.
Oh, yeah.
To be brave, to be strong, to be true. To be brave, to be strong, to be true.
The stigma that you sleep your way to the top. Shoo. I think the reason why it's very difficult for that stigma to be removed is because if you put a man and a woman together in any situation, even in a platonic situation, we are very sexual beings, and so what happens is that you may even flirt on a subliminal level without realizing that you're flirting. And so it creates a situation where people think, oh, I think she slept with him to get the job, even though you did not. I've had that where people have gone, is she sleeping with her boss? But I know for sure I've never had anybody write any of my stories or anything like that because I don't want anybody taking credit for things that I've done. And it's the same with being promoted. I don't want some guy going, you know, she did something to me and so she got this job. But it will always happen because there will always be some girl who wants to fast track her way to the top.
Yeah, ne? Lerato knows how to lay it down.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, this girl's she's got it down.
She must write a book for us, please.
Yeah.
We need that.
The women of South Africa will be so grateful.
Yes. What do you think about that topic, though? I mean, every time a woman gets something major in her career, success, whatever that is happening, first thing, people start talking in the neighborhood. Oh, she must have slept with someone. Why?
You know what? I think it's because of what men think about women. Do you know what I'm saying? Women have always been perceived as like these sexual beings. You know, we are the ones that veer men off the track. You know, we are the ones that, you know, we do all of those things. We turn them on. We do this, we do that.
We wear the short skirts.
We wear the
to
short
work.
skirts. So how can we expect our boss not to tap us on the bum? No, you know. So for me, I think it's ridiculous that people still think that because in this day and age, women are just as successful as men, if not better. Women work just as hard as men, if not harder. I think that unfortunately, the only reason why that stigma is there is because exactly like Lerato said, there are some women who do want to fast track. There are some women who don't want to work that hard, who don't want to hustle, who are just like, no, I deserve to be here and I want to be here now.
Yeah.
So if I need to sleep with you, and you, I'll do it. And those women sadden me because I'm like, you could be so much more if you just did it the right way.
But that's also the short journey, though, to the top. You know what I mean? The beauty of success is going through the long journey.
Exactly.
The beauty of enjoying success is going through the ups and downs of it.
Yes.
So when you just go through the boss, which thank goodness mine was a woman. Whew, thank God.
What did you do, Nonke?
Thank you. Thank God no one can say nothing like that. But it's just insane that people just want to really take the shortcut in life. And I also think that us women, by also being jealous of other women, we reinforce the stereotype of saying that they must have slept their way to the top.
Exactly.
We as women reinforce these stereotypes about us because we as women, sometimes we are our biggest enemies.
Oh, yeah.
You know, never mind what is going on out there, but it's kind of like, why do we have to be the ones who are the first to pull each other down as well? Because you know why? That's the other thing I was telling you about. The world has taught us that. Society has taught us that. That's how we've all thought life is, you know? And it's just unfortunate. I don't know how we're going to change these perceptions.
I think with what's happening right now,
Yeah.
if more of this is out there for people to see and for people to understand, and more people like Lorato telling stories that are truthful and heartfelt, slowly but surely, I think that we can change it.
Yeah.
I honestly do, because the world is changing.
Yeah.
It really is, but we need the right people on the platform to tell the stories for the world to change. It's tough as a woman, do you know what I'm saying? Being a presenter, being an actress, there's always going to be somebody...
Musician.
Anything. There's always going to be somebody who's going to come up hotter, who's going to come up younger, who's going to, you know, do all of that kind of stuff. And I do know of people, of someone who has managed to fast track her career.
When you say fast track, as in it boomed in a short space of time?
It boomed in a very short space of time, and luckily for her, it worked out.
Who's this person?
I know, I'm not name dropping.
What did they
I'm
do?
not going to be
Are
getting
they-
into no trouble over
Are they
here.
actors, presenters?
They're in the television industry.
Oh, wow.
They're in the television industry, and they've made it big. And it, like, I sit back and I go, you know, kudos, because you're this massive now, and that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But the backstory of how you got there breaks my heart, you know. I've been working in this industry, personally now, going back to me, I've been working in this industry since I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm nowhere near the fame and the expertise that this person has, you know, the hoo-ha that this person has. And I'm still grafting hard. But not to say that I want to be there. I don't want to be you, and I don't want to be there. But
Yes.
like, how did you manage to just fold the paper in half and get there so quickly?
How do they last? And how do they stay? You can't, right?
No.
Even if you get to the top, how are you going to maintain? How are you going to survive?
To me, you'll crash really hard.
Coming up,
Because people use me, be like, oh, now you're fat. No, you can't use that.
No.
It's not going to pull me down, darling.
No.
I'm still on TV.
Ha! Boom.
Thank you.
To be brave, to be strong, to be true. To be brave, to be strong, to be true.
The PhD syndrome, the pull her down syndrome, it's a problem amongst us ladies, and we just don't seem to big each other up, to be nice about each other. I don't think all of us are like that, but I think the majority of us are like that. A woman who's prettier than you walks into a room and you're already doing the, well, who she thinks she is? If she's talking about how proud she is of her children, she's bragging. If her husband brings her flowers, then he's cheating. You know, we just don't know how to be happy for each other. I think the main reasons why women are not is because inherently we're insecure as women. I'm 33 and I've learned there's always somebody who's going to be younger than me, cuter than me, smarter than me. But hell, I'm the best me there's ever going to be. There's one of me. And that helps me to see another sister at a traffic light who's driving a Range Rover and go, yo, my sister, good for you. Because she's doing the best she can and I don't know how it is to be her. That's what we need to do. We need to understand that you're enough. You're enough.
When I see Lorato, I'm just going to hug her.
Yes, sis. I'm loving this woman. Love her.
Unbelievable.
Love her.
Unbelievable.
I need to get whatever that she's doing, I need to get on it.
But you know, she's so right about that whole PhD thing
Yes,
that she's
yeah,
talking about.
Yeah. And once I think is what I said, is just society, media, especially in our industry, media likes to play on the two because it sells. And, you know, I think what I hate the most is when we are also girls on the sidelines and we are cheering for the pull her down.
Yeah.
We're cheering for that.
And we've all done it.
Yes.
We've all done it.
Because society has brainwashed us to believe that if they go down, you have a better chance of going up. Whereas they don't realize that we are all different. As Lerato said, there's only one Lerato. I've been out of the TV business for 2 years, but I'm still working now. I had a baby along the time. I took some time to breathe and grow. But I come back and I realize, and I'm learning, there's only me, one me, Sade.
Yeah.
There's lots of new young girls coming, and good work they're doing. Lerato Khanyago is doing amazing work as well. So many, I could sit here and name. But we should be celebrating each other.
Yes.
And should just allow that there's space for that person, and that person will never be you.
Exactly.
So just leave it and be.
No, exactly. Because there is only one you.
There's
you know?
and that only comes when you understand yourself and you've overcome life. Like she said, I used to be like that. When I see other pretty girls, you get insecure. You know, I did pageants, I think, to overcome my insecurities. I think when I used to win, I used to feel powerful in that space of beauty. But yet, I was the most insecure person there.
See.
You understand?
See how it works out?
Yes.
It's so crazy. And
It's
I think
insane.
women need to also realize one thing, that it's not about the exterior.
No.
It's not about being the hottest girl with the nicest body, with the prettiest smile. Like, at the end of the day, you are an individual and you are beautiful. Women need to learn to look in the mirror and love themselves. Like, I'm curvy, I am beautiful.
Yes.
I've got this dimple, it is beautiful. I have a skewed tooth, I don't care, it is
Freckles,
beautiful.
scar.
Whatever it is, you know, women need to start finding more security than insecurity within themselves, because that's another reason why we pull each other down.
But you're right. But the only time to start finding yourself and being comfortable in your skin is through wisdom.
Yes.
And the thing I can say is you can't teach somebody wisdom.
No.
You got to go through it, and that's age.
Yeah.
Coming of age.
It's life.
And that's why I'm saying it's life. Like, that's why I'm saying I used to be told that I'm too short, I can't model, and I was doing all these things, and now I'm still my height. I've never really gotten any taller. I'm a much more curvier now. I just had a child. I'm not insecure. I'm so comfortable in my skin.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I don't have to be as skinny as Nontle was at 22 anymore. I'm not even competing, because another problem with us, we compete with ourselves.
Oh, yes.
Like, people still want me to compete with the Nontle that was 23,
You can't.
who was doing this and doing that, traveling the world. I'm like, no, I'm Nontle now at 31.
Exactly.
I can't compete with myself.
No.
I can't be the same body that I was. I cannot have the same physique. I cannot have the same career path. Things have changed in my life. I've gone through ups and downs.
Yeah.
And once you understand that and you live the journey, you become secure in you, and no one can pull you down.
No.
Not
one
even by
can.
using you to pull you down.
That's true.
Because people use me, be like, oh, now you're fat. No, you can't use that.
No.
It's not going to pull me down, darling. I'm still on TV.
Ha! Boom.
Thank you.
If I saw my 13-year-old self, first I would hug her and tell her, please stop thinking you're not pretty, and please stop thinking you're fat, and please stop thinking everybody's smarter than you, and don't think you don't have a voice or an opinion, because you do, and you're going to be okay. I know it looks like a disaster right now. Like, I know you feel like you're not going to amount to much, and you're overwhelmed, and you're watching other people who went to better schools than you, who sound better than you, who are skinnier than you, but it is going to be okay. It was good that you were born in a 3-roomed house in Meadowlands. It was good. It's going to make you stronger. It's good that you are now living as Zola, you know, and taking a taxi with Mendoza and having some thugs around you, because that's going to teach you how to handle yourself. That's what I'd say to my 13-year-old self. I'd say, you're going to be okay. You're going to do good.
You know, if you have to think of successful women in this country who truly are successful, not because they're now, you know, making money or whatever the story is, who've come from a place of, I've had to work to be here. There's one specific girl that I can think of, and the only reason I'm thinking of her right now is because she really is making waves in the industry. But I also went to school with her. Do you know Refilwe? albino girl.
Yes, yes,
You know
yes.
Refilwe?
She's the face of Legit?
Yes.
Yes.
Now I went to high school with Refilwe, and I mean, you know, I was in an old girls' school, so girls ridiculed, mocked, teased me. Your TV, this, that. But
Yeah.
look where I am now. I worked hard, and I'm still doing my due, you know. And I went to school with Refilwe, and I remember everyone used to like tease her and mock her because she was the albino girl, and you know, because you know what it's like. Most albinos have like an eye problem where their eyes twitch and stuff, and they'd mock her because of that. And Refilwe always came across as the strong girl who didn't take nothing. She was not going to take your nonsense, you know.
Wow.
She refused. She was like, what? And I always admired that in her in school, you know. And now seeing her, I've been out of school for close to 11 years. Now seeing her out of school and seeing how successful she is as a model.
Wow.
And how successful she is as she's putting albinos in this country on a map and going,
Yes,
you
'cause
can
they've
do
been
this.
shut down.
They have been shut down.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what I love so much about her, is that she persevered. Didn't matter how many times people mocked her. Didn't matter how many times people called her names. She was like, I am beautiful. I am going to be successful. I am stunning. I will be a model. You watch this space and look at her now. To me,
That is absolutely
that is
beautiful.
success, and she is so humble about it.
Yeah.
You know, she knows she's working hard, and she is so humble about it. And to me, I take my hat off. This has been amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while, so I've actually enjoyed every single moment of it. I've learned so much from you. I've learned so much from Lorato.
Yeah.
And I've realized that, you know, women are unbelievable beings. We are strong, we can do so much, and people and men and other women need to start respecting that.
Yeah.
I think women need to realize that we are so strong. You know,
Yes.
that is why we do give
We are the
birth, that is why we
strongest.
do so much more. So,
Yes.
you know, rock on.
And men must be intimidated by us. Really, they must. They must stop making us be intimidated by them. They should be scared of us.
Exactly.
We have more
We birthed them.
strength. Yes.
You know?
Everything. I've had a lovely time
I've had a
chatting to you.
fantastic time. It's been a while, and I've absolutely enjoyed every moment of
Me
it.
too.
Well, thank you so much.